inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Oregon Ducks offense will have the first crack at it in this one. Move the wide receiver. Snap it to the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. On the move. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He's got room. Smashes ahead. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Well, not every explosive play in the passing game needs to be a 70-yard bomb down the field. If you find your running back in the...
he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws to the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
Back to pass. Dances away. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Minnesota's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Wide receiver going in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Finds his target down the middle. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. And they can't make the connection on third down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The run from the shotgun. Picks up the first down, still moving. Turning it on. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Right back to the well. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why we got the first down.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Golden Gophers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Here's the handoff. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback making checks. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Here's a hit. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Complete to the left. Oh, out of space. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force them in on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. The Ducks have their offense in high gear. Gets it out quickly. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Lets it fly on the move. Makes the catch and a huge play on the left side. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Fast completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. The give to the tailback. Breaks the tackle.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. He's moving out of the pocket. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They'll go to the air. Here's the pressure. He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. The corners are walked up tight. And he's on his way. Don't go all the way. Touchdown, Golden Gopher. He'll try to tack on one more. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Grove. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Going right to work up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about... for the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play. And
Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Throws to the wideout. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Pass interference, defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's call.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Quick strike complete. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Oregon!
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Gets the back moving. Wants to go up top on first down. And wings it incomplete.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Quickly complete. There he goes. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. And this center down gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Running to Green. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
What an individual effort there by the quarterback on the RPO, because everybody was covered. He just takes off and he shows you his ability out in the open field. He's like a running back. He's got great vision. He's got the speed. He looks so natural when he's in the second level carrying the rock. Huge gain on offense by the Q. I love it on that play.
And the Golden Gophers with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab.
And you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
He'll be forced out of bounds. He'll mark it at the 13.
Well, that completion now sets up a critical third down here in the red zone for this quarterback. Is trailing by a lot. They're going to need him to start making plays. Consist third down in the red zone. The quarterback has got to step up on this next play.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got his man quickly. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Direct snap. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
I know it's early, but you're down by a lot of points. You've got to go for it here on 4th down, David. I'm finding my best player offensively and giving him a shot.
And what you said is all the difference in the world. I'm already down a lot early. I got to make some things happen. This is a situation to get a touchdown. I'm going for it.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Trying to barge their way in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Minnesota! And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead. They still have plenty of work to do.
Yeah, they do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start into the second half when you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
Coming out with it, it's Grove. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows. David, what does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
The Ducks are facing 3rd and inches. Calls his own number. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. The throw to the outside is complete. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. He'll pull it down. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down. Get some positive yards.
To the air on 2nd down. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the 1st down.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Parker. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to fire. Tight end finds a soft spot. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put...
Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the 1st half.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the returner goes down. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove.
And the sack all the way back at the to 5. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Golden Gophers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Snagged out of the air. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Punt is on its way. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Looking to throw on 1st down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. And the Ducks in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gonna take a shot. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
I like the play call there. I know it falls incomplete, but you're in the defensive side of the field right now. You're going back to the guy that's already scored a touchdown for you. This guy has stepped up. He's made a play. So if I'm on offense, I keep throwing him the football.
And it's 3rd down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And the right rotation on that one to get a little help from the crossbar and get it through. And that lead grows even bigger.
And how about the three-pointer from downtown? The long field goal attempt, they trust their kicker, and it took every inch. Just hits the crossbar and gets over and goes in.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, tough to beat the pageantry and tradition there in Minneapolis.
The Ducks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped upfield. They start this 3rd quarter in a big hole, and they have to start.
When I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much assistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And just a short, safe pass. Pick up a few.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? He wants to throw it again. Using the quick game. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive. Trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. He'll pull it on the read. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. 3rd down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he was able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving, keep the sticks rolling.
The Golden Gophers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The give out of the gun. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete...
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's a big stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Golden Gopher. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity.
You know, a lot of offensive coordinators script the first, 5 to 10 to 15 plays. You don't usually draw that up for inside your own 10. Bad field position to start. This offense needs to come out, get a few positive plays first to get out the shadow of your own end zone.
He's got a little room. He'll pick up 6 out to the 13.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense. And you can't get bludgeoned. Now, you can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yards.
That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The Ducks are on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. That's reeled in. It's broke. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Just going to keep it after the snap. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
3rd downs are a huge determining factor in winning and losing games. And what a great play by the defense that time. Going up against one of the best 3rd down offenses in the entire country. Great job breaking on the ball and helping force the incompletion.
Creates a little space. Turning it on. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. The give on the inside. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Oh, they're after him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield. It's Lester. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there.
Touchdown, Oregon! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Golden Gophers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab past the marker. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. The Golden Gophers will line it up on 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
The give to the back. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Yeah, this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
He wants a big play here late. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Golden Gophers send out the punt unit. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. They'll give it to the back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting every